Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And your YWC champ is here with a long-awaited Mega Rant review. So every so often, I have no choice. I have no choice in the matter to do a big scathing review. See, I think sometimes on this channel we get into a rut. Raw review, SmackDown review, pay-per-view review. So, once in a while I like to have a little bit of fun on this channel. So I did Ruby Riot Sucks, just a little video there. Then I had a little bit of fun with, having fun, but telling the truth about how I don't want a women's Royal Rumble. I have no interest in the matter. So, people called me sexist and shit like that. So, that goes without saying. Okay. Okay. So now it is time to forget about just singling out certain people and talk about this fucking trash bag of a company as a whole. It is time, motherfuckers, once again, to talk about exactly how WWE sucks. So let's talk about exactly why. And this ain't a top 10, this ain't a top 20, this ain't a top 50, it ain't even a top 5. It is simply going to be exactly what is wrong with this company. And all you got to do is just take a look at this Raw that I just reviewed. Nothing interesting happening on it at all. Except for, Enzo and Nia Jax, which lasted 5 fucking minutes. Even less than that as a total. We wait for months and months to get Broken Matt. I do a video. Is Broken Matt going to suck? Well, no. He's getting creative control over his character, but he's being reduced to this little vignette. So I don't have a problem with that. Some Broken Matt is better than no Broken Matt, right? That's better than him just jobbing out on TV. But you can kind of see that after the internet was all ablaze with saying how great last week's segment with Matt was, and they were happy that it harkened back to his TNA days, you could clearly see that they repeated the same fucking thing this week. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you repeat the same thing that you did the previous week? So you can kind of see a trend here. And we've been seeing this for a while now. WWE starts getting momentum. And where else can I start than with, Roman Reigns? So Roman Reigns, this is a guy that people flipped their shit. Even I did in 2015. Nobody really wanted to see Roman Reigns winning the title because really all that's left watching this company is a bunch of smarks. And then he has some people like me who are in the habit of watching. We watch anyway just to see what's going on. We take little breaks. I took a break from them for a while. And, then I got to come back. I got to see what's going on. I miss my reviews. I miss my subscribers. I never left YouTube. I was doing other videos, but people weren't happy. They said they were going to unsub. And that's all fine and well. Something, if you come here for a certain type of content and you're not getting that type of content, you want to unsubscribe, it's okay. If you can't stand to see my face, I don't blame you. I'm sure there's a lot of other non-YouTube people in real life that fucking hate me. And there are people that hate me. So, join the club, people. Join the club. There's a lot of people, even off YouTube, who hate the YWC champ. For whatever reason. And the thing is, it's a real shame because I'm really not that bad of a guy. There's a lot of assholes in the world, and I'm not saying that I'm not an asshole at any point in time in the day, but I'm lesser of an asshole. I'm like diet asshole. I'm like asshole light. I ain't that big of an asshole as the other assholes on the fucking planet. Those are the bigger assholes. I'm a smaller asshole in a big pond full of bigger assholes, you could fucking say. So, if you decided to unsubscribe because you felt that I was being an asshole towards you by not giving you reviews, that's a choice you got to make. And I ain't going to knock you for it. But anyway, so Roman Reigns was gaining a lot of momentum. He won the world title. He won it again. And then he was beating The Undertaker. He beat John Cena. And the funny thing is, just as he's beating John Cena, just as we saw what Roman Reigns could do on the mic, and we finally said, I said, Roman Reigns has really come into his own. Roman Reigns deserved that victory over Cena. It made him look like $1,000,000. He's beating everybody there is to beat. The only place to go from here is put him back in the world title picture, because Roman Reigns is a legit star. Now, why they won't make him go full heel, to really kind of just try to all encompass that character, since, most audiences boo the guy, or at least make him into a bit more of an anti-hero. I said the thing that I would like most is, since the fans are always, jeering him all the time and giving him a tough time, he should talk to the fans. You should tell them to go screw themselves. I'd give anything to see him flip off the crowd. So what do? All this momentum, all this heat on Roman Reigns, and they just reform the Shield. That's what they do. They reform the Shield. Because they're a bunch of fucking retards! I mean, this would be like if Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty reformed the Rockers. I mean, it's stupid. It's dumb. Why would you do that? It's like you don't go backwards. It's like, did you ever see Bret Hart after the Hart Foundation winning the world title? Did he ever get back with Jim the Anvil Neidhart and go for the tag titles after that? No, he didn't, because the thing was, he'd already won the world title. So the thing is, why is Roman Reigns in the Shield right now, and why is he the Intercontinental Champion? Why? It's like when he won the U.S. title, and it doesn't make any sense. Why would you put a secondary belt on a guy that's already won the main prize already? And not only that, put him back in the fucking Shield. Just because the Smarks won. Oh, I liked Roman better when he was in the Shield. I mean, like, why would you want to cater to these dumbasses that from one week to the next, they don't even know what they want? They're a bunch of fickle motherfucking fans. I mean, you really have to just concentrate on getting new people and forget about these dumbasses in the crowd, because they are not going to give you good suggestions to really benefit your product. You think that they really care how much money you make? All they want to do is see these guys go out there and fucking kill themselves and have 5-star matches, because if Dave Meltzer manages to rate one of those matches 5 stars, then all the fans are going to just ejaculate simultaneously. I mean, the thing is, it's completely ridiculous, the mentality that we're in right now. Wrestling back in the Attitude Era used to be about being entertained. The matches really played second fiddle. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy a good match and that matches are not a big part of wrestling. They are. But the big thing was getting to those matches, the adventure, the journey of, of going on these adventures and journeys with these characters, as they go into their matches. I mean, that's what it was. They used to refer to it as an action adventure series back in the day, because that's exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to emulate what was popular on TV at the time. And it was a great concept. When you had Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara writing, that's how they thought of it. It's like, we are a primetime show, so we need to compete with all the other shows on fucking TV, because there was a lot of competition at that time. You had Seinfeld, you had Frasier, you had Friends, you had some big fucking juggernaut shows that could easily crush fucking wrestling, because these were entertaining, funny shows that a lot of people really enjoyed and tuned into every week, because they wanted to see where the story was going to go next. They wanted to see what situations these characters would get themselves into. So that is why they kept coming back for more and more. But right now, you really could clearly see it. I told you guys, it's fucking depressing. That's when I was watching the Monday Night Wars. I had to stop midway through. I did. I never ended up finishing that series, because the simple fact was that it was depressing how they were actually admitting, oh, well, it was a different time back then. It used to be entertaining. And like, the thing was, the wrestlers were talking about it like they knew that the current era sucked. They knew that it was bland and boring and vanilla, and they knew that their better days are behind them. So, with that knowledge in mind, wouldn't you try your asses off to try to make sure that you're not perceived as bland and boring, that your best days are behind you? What the fuck is the point of watching a show or putting on the show when you know that that show is not going to be as good as stuff you've done in the past? It's 2017. Production has improved. There are different things that you can do, different ideas. There's so much things going on in the media. You can be controversial. There's so many ideas and shows that have happened since the Attitude Era. There's so many different things that you could do, and so many failed, missed opportunities, which drives me fucking up the wall! I mean, you have so many things that you could do on TV. You have 3 hours of television. And the fact that we have to sit through boring, mundane matches. I mean, the thing is, it's like whenever we see a backstage segment, well, all we see is guys standing in front of a fucking video screen. We never get to see anything interesting. That's why it's not because the broken Matt Hardy thing is like, whoa, incredible, great. No, it's because it's something a little bit different. It's because it's something a bit out of the ordinary. It's not like it's so fucking mind-blowing, like, wow, it's the greatest thing of all time. It's because it's actually something different. It's something that hadn't been done in a long time, and that's why we liked it. That's why we were praising it. That's why we were writing about it on the internet, because it was something that was a little bit different than what we have been seeing, the same old boring, shitty, fucking dumb shit week after week. That is exactly why people enjoyed the broken mat thing. But, if you want to keep on repeating the same thing week after week, that's fucking fine. But you see it, like I'm saying with my Roman Reigns example, we're going backwards. We start making progress, building stars, and then we put him, back where he was so nobody could fucking even grow or do anything. So you see, we get new champions, right? Oh, Seth Rollins, where is he? Oh, he's back in the fucking tag team winning the tag titles. Dean Ambrose won a world title. I mean, okay, now let's shift to the fucking SmackDown scene. So you see all the champions, they just go backwards. You win a belt. It's not like when Stone Cold or The Rock lost the belt, they still stayed at the top because they knew how to write their characters in the storyline, so they would actually maintain a level of credibility even though they just lost the title. Just because you lost the title doesn't mean that you should go back down the fucking card. So, SmackDown side. Jinder Mahal. This guy gets into amazing shape. His promo skills improve. They give him a chance to actually talk on the mic, actually. So what do they do with the guy? They're going to make him a world champion. People are very skeptical of him. Oh, I don't think that this was a good idea. He was a jobber. Well, he was wrestling El Torito. He got pinned by El Torito a couple of years ago. I don't think that Jinder Mahal should actually be on the roster. So they brought Jinder Mahal back. Give him the title. So he's got all these critics, right? So with all these critics, watching him with a close eye, the Dave Meltzers of the world, ready to tell their audience that this guy is, and I found out that Dave Meltzer is more influential than I even fucking thought before. The guy's a millionaire. They said this guy is worth like $17 million. Not a fucking joke. Look it up. So, these guys are waiting at their keyboards to disparage and put down Jinder Mahal. So what do? They book the guy like a joke. He tries as hard as he can with the material given to him to do the best he can. But he can't even fucking beat Randy Orton with 2 guys at his side. It has to be him and 2 other guys plus the Great Khali to take down one guy in Randy Orton. And by the way, with Randy Orton, I mean, what are they even doing with this guy? It's so weird how they're booking him. They make him, and that's the other thing. We'll get to who in a minute. Almost touched on his name, but, I got to do a little anticipation right here, So, they book this guy like a joke. Then they have him lose the belt out of nowhere. They build him up, have him challenging Brock Lesnar to a match, and then just like that, they take the belt off of him, give him the AJ stuff, because the Marks wanted to see AJ versus Brock. And not that that wasn't a bad match. They just gave into what the fans wanted because all the fans wanted it. Not what was best for TV. Not what was the best for building stars. No, it wasn't about that at all. They just wanted to give the fans their match that they wanted. Never mind that they were building this up for weeks. Up, just change it. Just like that. And they did this with a lot of other matches in Survivor Series. Some of the matches might have improved in quality because of these decisions, but still, I mean, they just said fuck it to all these champions and their storylines. It's kind of like, why would they even give the belt to these people in the first place if they were just going to transition them at a certain point in time anyway? So, what I was going to get at was Nakamurphy. And they built this guy up. So a couple of months ago, he beats Randy Orton. He beats John Cena. And where is Nakamurphy now? He's not even seen for weeks. Now he's going to be in the match, and all it's going to be is a tag team match. If Owens and Zayn happen to beat these guys, well, they get to stay on the show. But the thing is, they built this guy up so much, had him beat two of the biggest stars of all time from the Ruthless Aggression era. And there you go. I mean, what has really come of Nakamurphy? They put so much shit into shit cake Nakamurphy, and then they just don't really do anything with him. What the fuck is wrong with this company? I'm not a Nakamurphy fan, but if you're going to waste my time building this guy up, I don't know, maybe you should fucking do something with him? So you can kind of see why this company just doesn't make any fucking sense at all with every single decision they make. They go up, down, left and right, this way, that way. What a fucking bipolar fucking schizophrenic fucking company. They don't know which way is up, which way is down, which way is left, which way is fucking right. But I'll tell you this, I'll tell you this, I'll tell you this. This is a middle finger, and this is right for WWE. This one's ripe and plump for the cooking. Delicious. Yeah, there you go. See, that's what it is right there. See, that is eternal right there. The middle finger to this fucking company. That's the only thing that you can rely on right there, because you can't rely on this company for doing anything fucking right. But the only thing that is right and true is me being your YWC champion and telling it like it is. Because this company is a bunch of fucking trash. Only they could hire somebody that looks like Ruby Riott and try to pass him off as star. No. I was going to actually end the video right there. Fuck that. Let's talk about how some of these stars look. We're going to extend this video a little bit. Here's a little fucking bonus. Let's talk about the fat, unattractive, stupid-looking wrestlers. Sami Zayn. So the guy's got a bit of promo skills, but whatever. The guy looks like a fucking joke. Look at Samoa Joe. Flabby as fuck. He probably looks the worst he ever has in his career. Worse than he did in TNA. He's fat as fuck. Look at who's another guy? Nakamurphy. What? No build at all? Would this guy even go to the gym? I mean, come on. Guys that know martial arts, guys that, did you know he was an MMA bred? Yeah, most of those guys are at least in shape. No six-pack, no nothing, no muscle definition. The Nakamurphy looks like fucking shit. Looks like a fuck. That's why I call him Shit Cake Nakamurphy. Not because it's a play off of his name, Shinsuke. But the thing is, it looks like shit. He looks like shit. He looks like fucking shit. And Balor, they wanted us to buy him. I'm like, not that Balor has a bad body, but it's not really that impressive when you've seen guys. I mean, like, how the fuck can you go from looking like guys that look like the fucking Rock, and but Vader, Vader. We always say this, right? Bro, Brad, you knock people out. Vader. Let me tell you something about fucking Vader, you stupid idiots. And I said this in the past. Vader was a power lifter, okay? From a certain perspective, yes, I know certain people say that they could be fat and everything because they have, a lot of, body fat to them, instead of just pure muscle, because they're not bodybuilders, they're fucking power lifters. Now, fucking Vader could bench press something like 600 fucking pounds. So, yeah, if we wasn't just a fat fuck, I'm pretty sure that Samoa Joe can't bench press fucking 600 pounds. Okay? I remember, I looked at the Road Warriors. Did you know that Road Warrior Animal, this guy, he could deadlift 900 pounds? And I didn't believe it until they actually showed it in the fucking documentary with the Road Warriors one, the WWE produced one. These guys, even if they weren't exactly cut up and muscular, they were powerful fucks. Holy fucking shit. So the next time you want to talk about a guy being fat and comparing him to a guy like Samoa Joe is nothing. Do you know how minuscule Samoa Joe is when it comes to, if you're going to call that guy a big man, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, seriously. You defend all these other wrestlers, and you're like, oh, Vader, Vader. But you don't even really hear what you're saying. Vader, who could bench press 600 pounds, and comparing him to a guy like Samoa Joe. You'd have to be fucking retarded to make that comparison. Because there is no comparison. Vader was way stronger and more powerful, and the guy was amazing in the ring. Fucking Vader doing fucking moonsaults, doing shit that even guys at 200 pounds, even less than that, couldn't even look as good doing. So there you go with that, motherfuckers. And Ruby Riott, not only is she not pretty, for years and years, the whole thing about having women in wrestling was to attract a male audience. Somewhere along the lines, feminism took its place, and it was like, oh, you know what, we got to attract female fans, even though a lot of females don't even watch the fucking product. There's females there, but they're there with their boyfriends or husbands who drag them to the fucking show. And yes, there are some women who enjoy the wrestling product, but whatever. I think those numbers are a bit fudged. You have to look at them from a certain perspective. There's more to it than that. It's not like women are just tuning in. Women watch things on Bravo. Let me ask you a question, guys. If you really have a legit girlfriend, come on. What do they watch? They watch VH1, they watch Bravo, they're interested in shows like that. Okay? They're not interested in watching wrestling unless, their man gets them into it. That's what that fucking is. So the thing is, we don't want to see a women's Royal Rumble and shit like this because I've said it in the past. Women's wrestling is sloppy. It's not as good as the men's wrestling. Once in a while, like I said, they do a backstage brawl that looks a little bit better than the men. But that's about it. There's nothing really that great about these women. Oh my God, they got to have a Royal Rumble all to themselves and stuff. The thing is, they don't do anything sexy. They don't do anything appealing to make you want to tune in. Why would we tune in so we could watch these women just in their regular, covered up attire and shit? How is that going to attract us to watching them? And you're hiring these women that look like fucking Ruby Riott. I mean, who is going to tune in to see this girl? Now, first of all, she's nothing special in the ring. She's not good on the mic. She's awful on the mic. I hear Brad, they write her promos. Yeah, but you can clearly see when people are better on the mic when they're given material, if they're good or bad. And she's just fucking bad. And like I said, she's unattractive. And it's not even like she's got a good body, like she works out. She just looks like fucking shit. She's ugly and she looks like shit. She's ugly and she looks like shit. Okay? So there you go, motherfuckers. This fucking product is fucking horrendous. It's horrendous. You hear me? It's horrendous. It's fucking horrendous. 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 Horrendous! Alright? So there you go, motherfuckers. This has been your YWC champ pouring his fucking heart out. I don't need to take a fucking nap or have a fucking drink after this rant or some fucking shit like that. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it's been your YWC champ signing out.